Gus Schmidt back with a new trading video. So today I'm on the Pocket Option trading platform, and I'm going to be trading regular currency pairs here on the platform. So if you click on your assets icon here, Pocket Option has various assets available: cryptos, commodities, stocks, indices, and so forth. I've clicked on the currency icon here. So I've checked off all my regular currency pairs here. And that way they all show up at the top of the chart here: Great British Pound, US dollar, Swiss franc. So I can analyze the various pairs uh, quickly. Okay, so I'm going to be utilizing three indicators. So if I click on my indicator icon here, my first indicator is the moving average indicator. The second is the RSI, and the third is the stochastic oscillator. Okay, so I have all three indicators set up here on the charts. And for my moving average setting here, if I click on the pencil icon, I have the period set to 150 EMA, or exponential moving average. And in the style settings, I've increased the line width to 2 pixels for the main line here. Okay. And for the RSI setting, I have the period set to 8, and in my style settings, I've increased the line width to all the lines to 2 pixels each, so I can see the lines a little better on the chart. And for the stochastic oscillator, I have my %K period set to 12, %D 3, smoothing period 3, moving average SMA for simple moving average. And in the style settings, I also have increased all my line widths to 2 pixels each. Okay, so we save that. Now for my candlestick chart, I have my candle set to 30 seconds, regular Japanese candles here. And for my trade timer, I've set it to 1 minute or 60 seconds. In other words, I'll be taking 60-second trades while looking at these 30-second Japanese candles. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and look for some setups. Okay, so I'm on the Australian dollar, US dollar pair here, and I just took a sell trade. Now, the reason why I took the sell trade is if you see here, the candles are below the 150 EMA line, suggesting a continued bearish trend. The 150 EMA line is a general trend line. Secondly, the RSI line crosses below the 50 line here in a downward direction. And then third, the blue K period line crosses the orange D period line in a downward direction here. So all three confirmations were met. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration at the end of 60 seconds. Okay, so we won that trade. All right, so let me pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, and I just took a sell trade here. And the reason why I took the sell trade here is you see the 150 EMA line here. All the candles are below this line, suggesting a continued bearish movement to the downside. In addition to that, the RSI line, the green RSI line, has crossed below the 50 line in a downward direction. And third, the blue K period line has crossed the orange D the D period line here. Excuse me. The K period crosses the D period line here. So all three confirmations have been met, and we won that trade. Okay, you have to have all three confirmations. Uh, Candles are below the 150 EMA line here, which is the general trend, and you see the line here is sloping downward. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound Canadian dollar, and I just took a buy trade. So the reason why I took the buy trade here, first of all, we see this big green candle closes above the 150 EMA line, which suggests a change in the trend here to a bullish trend here. Second of all, the RSI, the green RSI line crossed above the 50 line here in an upward direction. And third, the K period line crosses above the D period, the orange D period line in an upward direction. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, that was a close one, but we won that trade. I got the entry at the right time here. I caught the entry at the right time. All right, so let me pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound Swiss franc, and I just took a sell trade here. And the reason why I took the sell trade here is, first of all, we have all these candles below the 150 EMA line, which suggests a bearish trend, a continuing bearish trend in the price. Secondly, the RSI line has crossed below the 50 line here in a downward direction. And third, the blue K period line has crossed the orange D period line here, also in a downward direction. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, great. We won that trade. Saw these bearish candles here, several bearish candles in a row. We're seeing a downward trend overall, as denoted by the 150 EMA line, crossover of the RSI here below the 50 line, and the cross of the blue K line with the orange D line. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound US dollar, and I just took a sell trade here. And the reason why I took the sell trade is, first of all, if you see the EMA line here, the candles have fallen below the EMA, the 150 EMA, suggesting a bearish, overall bearish trend in the market. Secondly, the RSI line crossed below the 50 line here in a downward direction. And then third, the stochastic oscillator blue K line crossed the orange D line, also in a downward direction here. So all three of these confirmations have been met, and this is why I took the put trade or the sell trade. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, great. So that trade was in the money. All right, so let me pause the video and look for one last setup. Okay, so I'm on the Aussie dollar, US dollar currency pair, and I just took a sell trade. Reason why I took the sell trade, first of all, we see the candles below the 150 EMA line, and this suggests a continuing bearish trend to the downside. Secondly, the RSI line crossed below the 50 line here in a downward direction. And third, we have the stochastic oscillator the blue K line crossing the orange D line also in a downward direction. So we have all three confirmations and confluences here in the trade, and this is why I took the sell trade. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, so we won that trade. All right, so I'm going to end the trading session here. If you like the video, I'd ask you please give it a thumbs up. Comment on the video if you have any questions about the strategy. Subscribe to my channel. I have a link to the trading platform in the video comments and or the channel description. Also, I also wanted to make note when it comes to money management, I wasn't taking big trades. I was risking about 1% of my balance here. You want to risk about 1 to 2% of your balance on these trades. The idea is you want to get more wins than losses. If you consistently get more wins than losses, then you'll be able to slowly grow your balance. Okay? So, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Gus Schmidt.